On the evening of April 18th, 1775, the city of Boston braced for war. In his small silversmith shop, Paul Revere had no idea that tonight he would become a legend. High in the North Church steeple, a single lantern flickered to life. The British were coming by sea. A breathless messenger boy arrived at Paul's door with urgent news from the Sons of Liberty. The regulars are coming out. Paul's eyes hardened with resolve. There was no time to waste. Paul grabbed his hat and ran. In the stable, Paul saddled his trusted horse with steady, practiced hands. And then he was gone, racing into the darkness north of Boston. Hooves thundered along moonlit dirt roads as Paul raced to warn the countryside. His first stop, a farmhouse in Charlestown. He knocked with urgency. Through the cracked door, Paul whispered his warning. The farmer's eyes went wide. The farmer ran to the church and pulled the bell rope with all his might. Bells rang across the colony. Doors opened. Candles flickered to life. A young girl watched from her window as riders disappeared down the road. Paul pressed on, mile after mile, refusing to slow. Other patriots joined him. Word spread like wildfire, but the British had patrols everywhere. One spotted Paul and his group. The British officer raised his hand. The chase was on. Hooves pounded. Musket shots cracked the night air. It was a desperate race. Just outside Lexington, British soldiers caught Paul and 3 others. Paul was taken from his horse. But the message had already escaped. From the shadows, a young doctor named Samuel Prescott had seen everything. Paul was captive. But the ride was not over. Samuel leaped onto his black horse and kicked it into a gallop. Through dark forest paths he rode, dodging British patrols by instinct. By the time he reached Concord, dawn was breaking. Samuel pounded on the door of the militia leader. "The British are coming!" Samuel shouted. The alarm spread instantly. Minutemen grabbed their muskets and ran to the town square. The first light of April 19th painted Lexington Green in gold. 700 British redcoats marched in tight formation toward the green. 77 colonial militiamen stood their ground, facing the mightiest army in the world. Neither side moved. The world held its breath. Then, a single shot rang out. The shot heard round the world. The American Revolution had begun in fire and smoke. April 19th, 1775. The date that changed the world forever. From that single ride, a nation would be born. Freedom is never free. It is bought with the courage of ordinary people who dare to stand against tyranny. From one midnight ride, a nation rose, and the world was changed forever. Let us never forget, liberty is the most precious gift we can give to those who come after us.